Module Overview. Module 6, Text, Language and Symbol in Conceptual Art, delves into the fundamental role of language as not only a medium, but as a form of art itself within the abstract and conceptual realm. Unlike traditional visual art forms that rely on imagery, form, and color, this module critically examines how artists utilize written, spoken, and symbolic language to construct, deconstruct, and subvert meaning. This module traces the evolution of textual integration in visual art, from Dadaist poetry and Futurist manifestos to Fluxus performances, the language art movement, and contemporary digital and algorithmic text art. Here, words do not just describe, they embody presence, identity, resistance, ambiguity, silence, and power. The shift from image to word in conceptual practice isn't simply an aesthetic evolution. It represents a paradigm shift in authorship, communication, and the ontology of art itself. Through this lens, language is both content and critique. It becomes visual, spatial, performative, philosophical, and socio-political. 1. Historical context. Language as image. Early textual experiments in Cubism, Futurism, and Dada Kurt Schwitter's and Mert's poetry, Guillaume Apollinaire's calligrams, the birth of visual poetry. 2nd. The language art movement. Joseph Kosuth's Art as Idea, Lawrence Weiner's sentence-based sculptures, Jenny Holzer's truisms and public installations on Kawara's temporal statements, I got up at. The role of tautology, repetition, minimalism. 3rd, semiotics and structuralism. Ferdinand de Saussure, signifier, signified, and sign, Roland Barthes. The Death of the Author, Michel Foucault, and Discourse. Understanding linguistic systems within art context. Jacques Derrida, and Deconstruction, Meaning as Unstable. 4. Typography, layout, and visual syntax. Typeface as meaning, serif versus sans serif versus experimental fonts. Visual hierarchy and spatial arrangement of text. Typographic distortion as abstraction, concrete poetry, and language materiality. 5. Text and political critique. Barbara Kruger's slogans and capitalist critique, Glenn Ligon's racial identity texts, Lorna Simpson's interrogation of gender and language, Guerrilla Girls and feminist textual activism. 6th, textual silence, erasure, and absence. The power of missing, redacted, or silenced words, Jenny Holzer's inflammatory essays Art of Censorship and Obliteration, the unsaid as a mode of conceptual expression. 7th, scripts, glyphs, and symbol systems. Non-Western scripts in conceptual art, Arabic, Chinese, Igbo, etc. Indigenous sign systems as resistance-invented languages and personal scripts. Chu, Bing's Book from the Sky. Emoji, binary code, and algorithmic linguistics. Arte, digital text and algorithmic language. Code as poetry, HTML, JAVAS, CREPT, PYTHON, in generative art, NFTs with smart contracts and embedded conceptual texts, Glitch Aesthetics and Linguistic Corruption, AI und Textgenerierung als posthumanes Autorenrecht.